So, all of this different things that are going on in the black community has reached a level of such dysfunction and ridiculousness because blacks have failed to really address some of the reparation situations that should have been addressed long time ago. And they have accepted things that the black community just did not accept before. And so this is going to be a difficult thing for a lot of children. They are going to have to hear about a lot of dysfunction that occurred at the time that they were conceived, they were born. You have children that deal with, and they have a sister or a brother, a half-sister, half-brother, that was born 2 days before them or a month before them by another woman that their father was with at the same time their father was with their mother. That's really a lot of stuff for children to handle. And you have some that, try to get past it and still have a relationship with their sibling, their half-sibling. But, there's a lot of decisions that black mothers and black fathers make that affect children throughout their child's life. And when you have a family reunion and you have a child and you find out that, you got 3 other children over here that have the same last name as your father, but you have the last name of your mother, you start feeling like, okay, well, he took care of them and he didn't take care of me. That last name becomes, a dagger in that child's heart. So, we just want to make sure that black fathers that want to join the Fix It campaign understand the importance of correcting some of these things, not just going forward, but also going backwards and correcting some of the mistakes that they may have made with black children over the years. And same thing for black females, correcting things correcting things going forward, but also correcting things going backwards, sitting down with children and explaining to them the things that were kept from them, the things that they need to know in order to be well-rounded little individuals. And so, we've had to really be hard on black preachers and black churches and black mosques. Now, with black mosques and masjids, that's a little different because many of them give up their what they call slave names and take on these Arab slave masters' names. And many of them don't even realize they're taking on Arab slave masters' names. They just do it because that's the way it's done. But, while I understand their philosophy as far as giving up the slave masters' names, they still have a responsibility to make sure that their children, their male children, their female children, know where those names came from, know those last names, so that if that child or their grandchild should want to do a paternal lineage chart or a maternal lineage chart, that they are not just, running into brick walls when it comes to those last names. So, a lot of the children were shocked and surprised that they had the last names of white presidents. They knew that they had the last names of, some of them knew. Most of the children had no idea who the white presidents were. So, of course, they wouldn't know the last names of those presidents. But we went through the last names of the white presidents before Obama. And, to see the children saying, wait, that's my friend's last name, or that's my auntie's last name, or that's my brother's last name, or, they were really, really involved in understanding that those last names are abundant in black communities. And so then we got down into the meat of it, the grit of it, and asking, well, why do you think your auntie, your brother, your friend has the last name of a white president? How did they get the same last name as this white person from 100 years ago, this white person from 75 years ago, this white person from 150 years ago? How did they get the same last name as this white president? And so the children, had to go into some things that they knew about slavery, and also some things that they did not know. They had a lot of questions. And so it has really been interesting to see them get into this initiative. And it's helping them to understand what the reparations fight is really all about. It's getting them to understand. It's helping them understand, how much damage has been done to black people over the centuries. And, you got this reporter in. We went through some things that children asked me something about, something that had just recently occurred. They were asking about a situation in which sovereign black people were arrested for stealing houses. And we, anytime a child asks me a question, whether it's about the subject or not, I take the time to answer that question. And so for those that are not familiar with the situation, there are a group of sovereign people in Georgia and different places that have been targeted by the media and by the law, the injustice system, because they did false documents, fraudulent documents, or just made up documents in order to get get control and possession of some of the homes that are sitting vacant in some of the areas, the counties and whatnot. And so there's this reporter that is, a lot of black people are kind of upset because she tends to have this holier-than-thou attitude. Oh, my gosh, these black people are stealing houses. And so a lot of black people were like, well, why don't she do a report? The children were like, well, why, she should do a report about the stealing of a country, the stealing of land, the stealing of, if you're going to do this expose about how wrong it is for these black people to just be taking possession of somebody else's land or somebody else's house, somebody else's home. Well, let's do a full investigation. Let's do a full report, and let's go back to what this one of her statements was, that this goes against the very nature of what America was founded on. And I'm like, what? I mean, clearly you see the hypocrisy. She's just trying to make a name for herself, just trying to make a news story, just trying to, become famous. But the hypocrisy is so flagrant in that it should at least click in her mind, wait, this America was founded, this country was founded on taking land, on taking possession of something that wasn't yours. So, it should tone her holier-than-thou attitude down at least a little, but that is the nature of white people. They actually can condemn someone on this hand while at the very same time doing the exact same thing with their left hand. And so, we talk with the children about the similar circumstances where you had British children and grandchildren that were talking about how oppressed they were and how bad they were being treated by their British parents and grandparents.